Ceridwen and I'm an integral master coach, and I come to that after a decade of leadership development work based at a university in South Africa. Well, I think there are many elements that would go into such a training. For me, I think what's really important is to really be able to work with leaders to surface what deeply matters to them and to support them in that, because leadership can be very lonely. A lot of the work and a lot of what the world is calling for is really pioneering, deeply pioneering work. And so as a coach, what I see with many leaders is the struggle they have in really focusing on the external world and giving so much to the external world, and often there's not that much care and concern for themselves, for their own humanity, for their own way of being. And so I think a training has to, as much as it supports people in their external drive to make a difference in this world, to create a more sustainable and just world, there has to be a way of really acknowledging them as human beings and supporting them. And so I think a key part of training is to really give them the space and to honor that which is part of their humanity, and to be able to focus on how they can look after themselves. So I think self-care is critical. So to be able to have self-care and to have trainings that take that into account is really important. And I think it's a part of leadership that is often overlooked. In many of the formal leadership programs that I ran, we would introduce this whole notion of personal reflection and personal health and healing, and it was always seen as an add-on, you know, why are we doing that? And so I think it really is part of the bigger picture that to really be whole in ourselves, we can do much more for the world from that space. I think that young people have a lot to teach us. I think they have a lot to teach us as much as we are in the leadership development arena and paradigm. I think it's also important to actually learn from the younger generation. And so I have this profound sense that if we create the space and opportunity to deeply listen, we will be enhanced and we will learn a lot. I think one of the things they need to learn is that their vision or their calling is important, and that they have a right to it, and that they have a right to pursue their power and passion of wanting to make a difference as a change agent, as a transformative leader. And so they need the space. They need the space to be able to experiment, and they need the support. And I think that's a role that we as elders or people that hold this leadership space have a responsibility to give them the space and to encourage, to support, and to learn from.